Hi there, my name is Jeff Papen, and I'm a Pierce County Sheriff's Deputy. I've been with the Sheriff's Department for almost 25 years now. Started out working as a corrections officer in the jail. Was there for about 4 years, and that was great. And while I was there, I supervised inmates and was a court escort, and that was a lot of fun and super educational. And then for about the last 20 plus years, I've been working as a deputy on the streets, and I've worked patrol on swing shift, graveyard, and day shift. I also had a lot of fun working for a community support team for about 6 years, and for the last 9 years I've been assigned as a school resource officer with the Puyallup School District. That's been great too, and so when schools are out on break or vacation, I go back and work patrol. It's a nice change of pace and keeps me fresh and connected with the rest of the department. Another thing that's completely different is, and I think it's unique, and for me it's one of the most special moments I've had in the role of a police officer. You know, I mentioned I've been a school resource officer with the Puyallup School District, and in 2014 that senior class asked if I would be their commencement speaker for their graduation, and the thought of that terrified me. But I can tell you that being able to speak to that class and to their families and to their friends, there was about 7,000 people there. I never pictured that that would be something I would have an opportunity to do, or that anyone would want to hear what I had to say. They just said, "Jeff, talk to us for 15 minutes, inspire us, motivate us, and prepare us to go out into the real world from here." So I took it as a huge honor and a huge challenge, and I'll never forget that day. So that was a pretty special moment too. But work was never a dirty word growing up. It was something that we were raised to embrace and appreciate, and know that, you know, if you're lucky enough to be healthy, and then you're lucky enough to have a life of working hard at something. So I've always been able to work hard, whether it be odd jobs around the house, and then I kind of threw myself into sports through high school and working hard at that. And now I work hard at being a husband and a dad and a deputy. A couple of weeks ago, I was filling up my gas tank, and I'm at the gas station. I'm pumping my fuel, and it's, you know, those are kind of times and places where I feel a little vulnerable. So I'm always looking around, and I noticed this guy from nearby. He was at a different gas station watching me. You know, I was thinking, I don't know why this guy's watching me. Maybe he doesn't like police, but I was aware of it. And it didn't take long before he actually drove over to where I was, and he got out of his car, and he was respectful, and he actually asked, "Hey, can I come over and see you?" I said, "Sure." And he walked a little closer, and he was a construction worker of some sort. He was a blue collar guy. He was a big guy, and he kind of towered over me. And as he approached, I could tell he wanted to say something, but he couldn't quite find the words. He paused, and I just waited patiently for what he had to say. And he asked, "Can I shake your hand?" And I said, "Absolutely." And he shook my hand, and he didn't let go right away like someone would shaking your hand. He kind of held it for a minute, and he looked down at me, and a tear came out of his eye, and he just said, "I don't know you, and I just want you to know I was watching you as you fill up your gas tank, and you really look around. You never feel safe, do you, quite?" And I said, "We get in the habit of watching out for ourselves and others." And that tear came out, and he said, "I want you to know I care about you, and I'm really sad for you guys, and I'm sorry for what's going on in this country, and I'm sorry that you have to feel like you have to watch your back." I love talking to people who are exploring the idea of becoming a police officer. I love having those conversations because they can be really long and in depth, and you can cover so much ground and talk about so many things. But generally speaking, when someone tells me that, hey, I want to be a police officer, tell them if that's what you want to do, then pursue it. And don't stop pursuing it until that you accomplish that. And I felt discouraged at times too. And I even questioned, I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to do. But I really felt like that it was a calling for me. And I didn't give up. And I'm glad I didn't, because I really feel like, even on the worst days, I feel like this is where I'm meant to be. The second piece I would tell them is, as a young police officer, don't ever forget who you are today and the person you want to become tomorrow. Understand those things about yourself, and don't let the job of being a police officer take you off course, because it can if you're not careful. It'll take you in a completely different direction at times. Just remember the important things about who you are and who you want to be tomorrow and the next day, and stay on that path.